Hello to my loved ones. This is Love Marlene 411, and I'm just tapping in to have this conversation about self care is self love and our ultimate well being. We can't be well in this life if we do not take care of ourselves. And there's a lot of people who just think that self care is just taking baths and the outward appearance, while I will say that taking those baths and taking care of ourselves and looking good on the outside, it does matter, but it's not the full summation of self self care. Self care means to take care of ourselves in totality. It means to think about our emotional, our mental, our spiritual, our financial. All of the parts of us have to be okay in order for us to be our best self. And I didn't learn it growing up, and I'm so happy for the ones that did have it growing up, but I had to learn how to take care of myself in a better way because I was raised to always care about other people, to put other people ahead of myself. And that's very warped when it really is about taking care of yourself and filling up your own cup so that you can help another person, so that you can pour into other people. And a lot of times, as women and as men, we are doing so much to care for others that we forget to take care of our well being. Yes, a lot of times, ladies and gentlemen, we make sacrifices for so many people in our lives. You make sacrifices for your relationships, for your friends, for your relatives, for work, and we don't really think about ourselves that much. And that needs to change. We need to start taking care of ourselves in a better way. And that's one of the things that is really important, is for us to ultimately take care of ourselves and make ourselves okay. And if somebody has not heard it today, we have to care for ourselves and be our own best friend. It's not anybody else's job or responsibility to care for us, to love us. Self care is your well being. If you're not taking care of yourself properly, you're not going to be your best. You cannot be happy if you're only sacrificing for others and not sacrificing for yourself. When we make sacrifices for ourselves, it makes us fill up our cup. Our mental health is in a great space. We're not angry. We're not frustrated. We don't feel fatigued. You're not run down and you don't burn out. See, that's one of the things that happened to me so often, is that I was so busy taking care of others that I forgot about my own self-care. And ladies and gentlemen, nobody is going to tell you you should take care of yourself. Or sometimes people may say you should take care of yourself, but they're not going to do anything to assist you to take care of yourself. That's something that we have to do for ourselves. And that's why I say self care is your well being. If you're not taking care of yourself in every aspect, thinking about, if my mental health is not in a good space right now, then I'm not in a good space right now. If you're not happy, it is going to trickle into all of your relationships. It's going to affect your friendships. It's going to affect your physical health. It's going to affect your ability to have peace. It does so many things to us when we are not taking care of ourselves the way we deserve to be taken care of. Now, the question always is, ladies and gentlemen, is were you raised that way to take care of yourself, or did you learn? And this channel is all about how we can learn to take care of ourselves in a healthy way. See, what I started to do in the past 7 years or so, I started to say, you know what, just about everything that I have learned from my upbringing has been toxic, traumatic, and very centered on emptying myself, always giving and pouring into others. But if you are always pouring into others, who is pouring into you? And that right there was the reason why I had a complete meltdown. I had a mental health breakdown because of always feeling like you have to show up with a big smile on your face. You should never have any issues. And if you choose to do something for yourself, then you're very selfish. And that couldn't be furthest from the truth, because as a woman, or if you're a man, as a man, you have to take care of yourself in order to be well in every other area of your life. If you don't have peace in your life with yourself, you are not going to have peace in any relationship that you have. See, you have to start with yourself first. And when I realized that I had neglected myself for so long, you got a lot of work to do, but it's okay, because we are all a work in progress. We're all striving to be better women or better men, or at least we should, right? We should be striving to be better men and women. And the only way that we can do it is we first have to say that we deserve it. It had to start that way with me. I had to start saying that to myself. I deserve to spend time on me because I'm enough. If I'm not okay, I'm not going to be a good sister. I'm not going to be a good friend. I'm not going to be a good coworker. I'm not going to be a good boss. I'm not going to be a good friend, because it first has to start with me filling up my cup, having confidence, loving myself, and taking care of myself the way that I need to be taken care of. And every single person is different. You can't compare yourself to other people. Some people need more sleep. Some people need more alone time. Some people have more artistic creativity, and that's how they fill up their cup. But you have to find ways for you to feel whole and balanced. Hi, James Money. How are you doing? Welcome in and happy Tuesday. See, balance is the key to everything. It really and truly is. And until I learned how to be balanced, until I learned how to be happy from within, it started to mess up all my relationships. The moment when I started to work on myself and heal my inner child, and have a healthy relationship with myself, learn how to be my own friend, learn about boundaries, learn to take mental breaks, and to give myself the permission to make mistakes and that it's okay. It's all about your personal growth and development. We all go through things in our life. It doesn't make us a bad person. It doesn't make you a failure. It just makes you a human being. No? I'm so glad you're doing well, James. Hey, Nate, how are you doing? Welcome. It just makes us a human being. And that's what's important at the end of the day, for us to take care of ourselves. Ladies, take care of yourself. And gentlemen, take care of yourself. And self-care is more than showers and bubble baths and scented lotions and smelling good. Well, wow, that's a part of it, because we do want to look our best and to feel our best. But it also means, self-care means good mental health. And mental health is one of the most important things. And there's lots of factors that come into play when we talk about mental health. It could be something that happened years ago, and finally one day you wake up and it hits you, like that trauma finally catches up with you. And other times it could just be the day-to-day struggles. You just can't handle it anymore. So check on your mental health and give yourself the permission to get rest. And if you need to speak to someone, speak to a friend, a counselor, a therapist, a psychiatrist, but get the help that you deserve. I'm doing great, Nate. Thanks so much for asking. And that is one of the things that I had to learn when it came to self care and self love is that I matter. And so often, ladies and gentlemen, we may feel that we don't matter, and we do. It's that the people in our lives don't validate us, don't show us appreciation, don't give us the things that we need, and don't ask for um they don't fill up and ask us what do we need from them. They're not supportive, they're not encouraging, because they don't possess that inside of themselves. But we can always create the life that we want. We can create the support we want by finding supportive people, either through support groups, through mentors, through coaching. And we also within ourselves have to give ourselves the permission to make changes in our life. That is one of the things that really helped me when it came to self-care and self-love. I had to start saying it to myself that I deserve to be treated with respect because I respect myself. I deserve for people to show up for me too. I deserve to be supported because I support others. So anything that you do for others, you deserve to get it back. That is a part of self-care. It's a healthy thing. See, what is very toxic, very unhealthy is when we feel that we have to do it all on our own. And we feel like we're asking too much just for simple things like courtesy, kindness, compassion, respect, boundaries, right? But we first have to have that inside of ourselves. You first have to know what you want, and you have to know how to treat yourself in order for other people to know how to treat you back. So, self care is self love. So make sure you're doing all of the things that you need to, checking in with your doctor, taking care of yourself physically, eating a balanced diet, drinking your water, taking care of yourself, and making sure that you're not just giving to others. But ladies, sometimes you got to just take your nap. Turn your phone off. Gentlemen, sometimes you got to turn that phone off and get your rest too. Take a few days off to de-stress and detox from all of the environment. Dealing with people on a day-to-day basis, it can be very exhausting. And you got to take care of yourself before you burn out and you have a breakdown, either by sometimes because of the overwhelming amount of stress on our bodies, we develop certain diseases, certain conditions. And if we took better care of ourselves, we would feel better, not only mentally and emotionally, but also physically. So this is just a quick topic. Want to tap in for about 15 minutes and to say this: self-care is self-love, and it leads to our wellness, our well-being. Be well, everybody, but you first got to take care of yourself and do all the things that you need to do. So take your breaks, forgive yourself, Don't try to show up to everything and for everyone. We deserve to take our breaks. We deserve to be happy. And sometimes that means that you're going to have to separate yourself from toxic people and say no, because we are enough. You are enough. Okay, loved ones, that is all from here today. I will tap back in with you either on Wednesday or Thursday. I'm not sure about Wednesday, but I know for sure Thursday we'll be back for the sip and chat with my co-host, Miss Nexie. Shout out to my mods. Thank you so much, James and Nate and Sirius. Thank you for your support. And to anybody who is watching on the replay, or if anybody was in the background, thank you so much for supporting. And if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe and check out my other content. And I will tap back in on tomorrow. And make sure you check out these content creators that are my awesome mods: Nate the Great Podcast, James Money, and many other content creators that support me. Realist One here, hashtag slide accordingly, and many other content creators that I rock with and I support. Check out their amazing content. Okay, guys, I will tap back in on the next one. This is Love Marlene 411, and I will see you on the next one.